No, it's not. So first of all, and I have had my objections to the job that Karine Jean-Pierre did, but she worked in politics for 21 years, 5 presidential campaigns, and worked in 2 administrations.
They really don't like this woman. She's a good communicator. And so Joy Behar just offered her analysis on why Leavitt was.
The beloved yet controversial talk show The View is currently at the center of public outrage, legal threats, and political scandals, fueling speculation about its future. Known for sparking intense debate and controversy, the show is now surrounded by rumors, allegations, and behind-the-scenes drama. As tensions rise, many are questioning whether this iconic program is on the brink of permanent closure. Could The View be facing its final curtain call?
Even factoring in that she's a nice-looking lady, I love that the Liv's attacks on conservatives right now are that we're hot and...
Yesterday, Karoline Leavitt, the youngest White House press secretary in history, made headlines with her first press briefing by declaring that federal agencies would no longer receive funding for transgenderism and wokeness. The hosts of The View quickly reacted, with Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar leading the charge. Goldberg's response was particularly controversial, arguing that Leavitt's position was only possible because of the very wokeness she now condemned. She implied that without it, Leavitt wouldn't have the job, a remark that sparked significant backlash online. Even some of Goldberg's supporters criticized her tone, while others saw her comments as dismissive of Leavitt's qualifications. However, it was Joy Behar's comment that truly ignited a firestorm. During the same episode, she joked that Leavitt was chosen for the role because Donald Trump found her attractive. The offhand remark was widely condemned as sexist and quickly went viral. Social media users from all sides weighed in, with some calling the comment misogynistic and others pointing out the irony of a feminist-leaning show undermining a woman in a leadership role. The backlash was so intense that even conservative commentators who typically criticize daytime television spoke out in defense of Leavitt, highlighting her extensive qualifications and experience. The controversy escalated further when reports emerged that Leavitt is considering legal action against The View for defamation. While no formal lawsuit has been filed, sources claim she believes the personal attacks have crossed a line. The possibility of legal action has reportedly stunned ABC executives, prompting urgent high-level meetings to discuss damage control as public and political criticism of the show continues to mount.
Something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said there will be no wokeness here. Oh yeah. Let me explain something.
ABC has both financial and reputational stakes in The View, and advertisers are beginning to express concerns about associating their brands with a show facing intense criticism. Daytime television sponsorships are a key revenue source, and if major brands start pulling back, ABC may be forced to make difficult decisions about the show's future. This wouldn't be the first time advertisers have distanced themselves from controversial programming, and the network is well aware of the potential financial fallout. A significant loss of sponsorships could lead to a major decline in revenue, adding further pressure to an already volatile situation.
That wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that.
The drama surrounding The View continues to escalate as politicians from both parties weigh in. Conservative pundits have sharply criticized the show for maintaining a double standard, particularly in how it treats women with opposing political views. Meanwhile, some prominent left-leaning politicians have subtly expressed concerns that the show's increasingly divisive rhetoric could undermine its appeal to its traditionally progressive audience. The growing bipartisan criticism has sparked concerns that The View may have alienated even its core viewers, who were once firmly aligned with its progressive messaging. This unexpected shift adds yet another layer to the ongoing controversy, raising questions about the show's long-term viability.
I was stunned and amazed by his new White House spokeswoman today. She's actually the youngest ever in...
The pressure on The View is mounting, with political analysts speculating that the backlash could unintentionally bolster Karoline Leavitt's credibility and expand her appeal particularly among younger voters. By remaining composed and refraining from personal attacks during her press briefings, Leavitt has solidified her status as a rising star within the conservative movement. As a result, many critics are now questioning whether the host's comments have backfired, inadvertently providing Leavitt with a larger platform to voice her opinions and connect with a broader audience.
Just 27 years old. But boy, was she giving it to the Trump haters in her first White House brief.
Internal tensions and scandals shake The View. Behind the scenes, tensions among The View's CO hosts are escalating as they struggle to navigate the show's ongoing controversies. Reports suggest that internal disagreements are surfacing, with some hosts advocating for more provocative commentary to drive ratings, while others push for a measured approach to avoid further backlash. The divide has become increasingly apparent, with Joy Beer reportedly favoring bold, inflammatory remarks to keep the show in the headlines, while other CO hosts urge restraint. This internal conflict highlights a deeper struggle over The View's direction, further complicating the show's ability to manage its public image. As The View deals with mounting scandals, the growing discord among its hosts raises concerns about whether they can maintain cohesion or if these divisions will only deepen the challenges the show faces. A legal scandal adds fuel to the fire. Compounding these internal tensions is a legal scandal involving CO host Sunny Hostin's husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, a prominent surgeon. He is facing allegations of involvement in a massive insurance fraud scheme, allegedly tied to kickbacks for surgeries and unethical medical practices spanning hundreds of defendants. While his legal team has strongly denied the accusations, calling the lawsuit baseless, the scandal has cast a shadow over both his reputation and that of The View. Despite Sunny Hostin's firm denials of any wrongdoing, the controversy threatens to damage the show's credibility. Critics are questioning how The View, which has long prided itself on upholding values of integrity and accountability, can continue to champion these principles while one of its prominent hosts is linked to such serious allegations. The irony is hard to ignore, especially given the show's history of scrutinizing public figures for their credibility and conduct. A show in crisis. The scandal surrounding Hostin's husband adds yet another layer of complexity to The View's struggles. Observers have noted the apparent hypocrisy of the hosts criticizing others for ethical lapses while facing scandals of their own. As the legal drama unfolds, the cloud of suspicion surrounding The View continues to grow. Combined with internal discord among the hosts, mounting external criticism is creating an increasingly difficult environment for the show to navigate. The fractures within the group, along with the external controversies, paint a picture of a program struggling to maintain credibility and relevance amid relentless public scrutiny. An uncertain future. With tensions rising and scandals piling up, The View faces an uncertain future. The internal disagreements among the CO hosts, coupled with the legal troubles and growing backlash, may force the show to reassess its direction or even its leadership if it hopes to survive. Whether The View can weather this storm or if these controversies will ultimately lead to its downfall remains to be seen.
Dang, Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage.
Mounting controversies push The View to a crossroads. One of The View's most outspoken CO hosts, Sunny Hostin, is facing increasing scrutiny for her silence on her husband's legal troubles. Critics have been quick to call out what they see as hypocrisy, noting Hostin's refusal to publicly address the growing controversy surrounding Dr. Emmanuel Hostin. The surgeon is currently embroiled in a lawsuit accusing him of participating in a large-scale insurance fraud scheme, an allegation that has thrust both him and his wife into the media spotlight. Despite the intense public interest, Sunny Hostin has remained notably quiet on the matter, a silence that has not gone unnoticed. Reports suggest that even ABC staff members are questioning whether her continued presence on the show could further damage its already fragile reputation. Many are left wondering if her lack of response is an attempt to distance herself from the scandal or a strategic effort to maintain her carefully curated public image as a voice of moral authority. Hypocrisy and double standards under fire. This situation has only amplified long-standing accusations of hypocrisy against The View, which has often been criticized for targeting conservative women while shielding its own hosts from similar scrutiny. Over the years, the show has used its platform to attack figures like Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Kylie McEnany, and most recently, Karoline Leavitt. These criticisms, often framed as political commentary, have fueled claims that The View operates with a blatant double standard. Now, as one of its own faces a major scandal, the show's reluctance to hold Hostin to the same standard it applies to others has sparked widespread backlash. Critics argue that while The View frequently engages in discussions about ethics and accountability, its refusal to address a host's personal legal troubles calls into question the credibility of its moral stance. New controversy involving Melania Trump. As if the legal scandals surrounding Hostin's husband weren't enough, The View now finds itself entangled in another controversy, this time involving former First Lady Melania Trump. For years, Melania has been a frequent target of the show's sharp commentary, and reports indicate that she may be considering legal action against the program. One of the most contentious moments came when Sunny Hostin speculated that Melania might hate her husband and secretly want him out of office. Though the remark was made in jest, Trump supporters have condemned it as defamatory and baseless. The mere possibility of legal action against the show adds yet another layer of turmoil to its already tense atmosphere. With critics accusing The View of engaging in politically charged attacks while evading accountability for its own remarks, the backlash is intensifying. The program's reputation as a leading voice in political and social discourse is now being called into question, as its credibility appears increasingly fragile. A show in crisis between internal tensions, external controversies, and growing accusations of hypocrisy, The View is facing one of its toughest challenges yet. The show's pattern of criticizing others while avoiding self-reflection is becoming harder to ignore, and the impact is starting to show. With legal battles looming and public trust wavering, The View may be at a pivotal crossroads. How the hosts choose to handle these escalating issues both within the show and in their personal lives will likely determine its future. Whether through a shift in strategy, leadership changes, or a more balanced approach to political discourse, significant adjustments may be necessary if The View hopes to weather this storm and maintain its relevance.
Allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket scattershot meritless.
The View at a crossroads. ABC reportedly weighing major changes. Unnamed sources indicate that ABC executives are holding internal meetings to address growing concerns surrounding The View. Some reports suggest that the network is in panic mode, potentially considering drastic changes to the show's format or even cancellation altogether. Viewer fatigue and public backlash. While The View has long thrived on controversy and debate, many fans now feel it has shifted from provocative to outright offensive. Social media responses show an increasing number of viewers calling for the show's cancellation, arguing that it no longer fosters meaningful discussion but instead fuels division. The backlash isn't just limited to public opinion. Legal and political repercussions are also looming. If Karoline Leavitt or Melania Trump move forward with lawsuits, or if Sunny Hostin's husband faces further scrutiny in a federal insurance fraud case, the fallout could be significant. While defamation cases are notoriously difficult to win, the very process of a high-profile legal battle could damage ABC's brand and finances. ABC's next move. Adding to the uncertainty are speculations about potential government involvement in some of these controversies, further increasing the risks for the network. Insiders suggest that ABC is weighing several options, including a complete overhaul of The View, which could mean replacing the current hosts or refocusing the show's content to avoid further political pitfalls. However, others believe the network may instead double down on the drama, using the controversies to maintain high ratings and solidify The View's status as a cultural lightning rod. The future of The View. One thing is clear: The View is at a pivotal moment. The decisions ABC makes in the coming weeks will determine whether the show regains its standing as a daytime television staple or fades into the annals of controversy and scandal. What do you think? Have the hosts of The View gone too far with their remarks, or are they simply exercising their right to free speech should the show face legal repercussions or even cancellation due to its controversies? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for more updates on this developing story.